Hello, everybody. Welcome to an all new Beyond the Barricade Live. We are back for another episode right now. But first, I want to start off with this. Our condolences go to the family and friends of Lanny Poffo. Gone too soon, but never forgotten. Lanny Poffo had so many memories growing up watching you wrestle. Obviously, everybody knows your brother, the Macho Man. But may you rest in peace. Godspeed. Um, let's start off with before we bring our guest on. I'm sorry. What a rough day. Next up for me will be Notorious at VPW's event on February 11th from the Pro Game Athletics Arena in Bayshore, New York, featuring Notorious Mimi. She will be the front and center, as well as VPW champion Mike Anthony. He will be there. Eric James, Jack Tomlinson, Brother Greatness, the frat star Dante Drago, and the one and only Desmond Cole, New York State champion. VPW Women's Champ Valentina will also be there, who will be facing Mimi at that event for her title. All right, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Nakoma Tala. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Trying to stay
Good.
warm.
Good. Yeah, I know it's cold.
Yeah,
It's been a while since we last saw each other. How you been?
yeah, it's been a very long time. I've been doing very good. Been keeping busy. How about you?
Same. Ever since I went to live stream, I've been like so busy.
That's good. That's good.
It's been crazy. We got a comment for you from Serena, our booker. Hello, hey,
Girl,
Nakoma. Hey, girl. She also says, rest in peace to the genius, Lenny Poffo.
Yeah,
Sad. It's been a sad month for wrestling.
definitely has. It really has. It's crazy.
First Lanny, now Lanny, and previously Jay Briscoe. Did you get to meet any of them?
No, I haven't. Sadly, I wish I did, but no.
Gotcha. A lot of good stories about them coming up this month. But let's jump on to you. All right. Let's start off with how you fell in love with this wonderful world of wrestling.
Oh God, I fell in love with it when I was a kid. I have an older brother, which not many people know, but I have an older brother, and we used to watch WWE, well, F back in the day,
Right.
um, Eastman, and we used to just wrestle each other and just try and copy whoever we're watching. I remember watching Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant, and just watching all of them, pretending to be like them, and just wrestling and getting yelled at by our parents,
Nice.
kids. But yeah, no, I always loved it, and then I got my foot in the door. I didn't realize like, schools nearby until I was maybe around like 18,
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of got my foot in the door. And that's when I really, really fell in love with it, and I just dove right in, head first.
Awesome. Where did you train and who was your mentor during that training process?
I've trained at Showcase Pro Wrestling in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, with Blackheart, Sarge, Vega, Don Vega, Cargo Vinton. We've had a few trainers pop in there from um Mike Baker, his school at the time, House of Bricks, and then I think he's starting to run a new school. I think he's starting up again. So we'll see if I pop through there one day. But so far it's been Showcase Pro Wrestling for the most part. I've been there for about maybe 6-7 years, and then I went over to Mike Baker's for about a year.
Gotcha. We got some hellos for you. Hey, from AK Wrestling Fan 1. Deshaun says SPW.
Yeah, that's Showcase. Yeah. Hey, Deshaun.
Someone even likes my new place.
In the background.
It's not real.
No,
It's only just a green screen.
it's free.
I figure if other podcasters can do it, why not me?
Yeah, why not?
Let's jump into your first match. How was it when you had your first match? What were some of the emotions you were going through and stuff
Oh
like that?
man. Yeah, so this was before I was me. This is when I used to have an NYPD gimmick.
Oh.
Many. This is oh God, I hate this is a long time ago. And so I was training, I was maybe about a year in of training, and I'm helping set up ring, all that stuff.
Right.
And Sergeant Muldoon, he goes and throws a shirt at me, and it was just right in my face. And I look,
Uh
and it says NYPD, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, what is? He's like, hey, you're up tonight. I'm like, say what now?
huh.
He's like, yeah,
Huh?
you're gonna be working tonight. And I'm like, all of a sudden, my heart dropped. I'm like, because you're like, you want that moment, but then when it
Yeah.
happens, like,
You're like, oh my god.
he is like, am I right stuff? Like, what? Like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? Like, you
Uh
start
huh.
quick questions are popping in your head. You start panicking,
Right.
and then you see everyone else getting ready, and I got dressed, I got my stuff on, and I'm waiting. He's like, I want you to sit in the crowd. You'll know what to do when the time comes. So
Right.
I'm like, no, I don't. I'm like, I don't. What? I mean, I know what to do. And
Right.
so it was at the time the office, and which was Sarge, Chris Ireland, Knight, and a few other guys against the cartel.
Okay.
And those were the bad guys, and they were going at it, and they had Sarge, who was my uncle, and they had Sarge, and they started, a girl was starting to beat him up with his baton,
Uh
and I slid in. That's when I was like, oh no, like just instinct came in, like I gotta protect him. That's my uncle. I slid in and I started beating up, bop, 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 getting the people away
huh.
from protecting him. And the office kind of got the cartel out of the ring, and that was my first kind of like entrance into the wrestling. No one knew who I was, so we kept playing that.
Yeah.
That's why my name at the time was Alicia Muldoon, the best kept secret,
Right.
because there was only one girl at Showcase besides me. There was a girl, her name was, I think it was like Haley or something.
Right.
And so um so what happened was I started, appearing at these shows, and, people asking questions, who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Then when the
Right.
time came, I finally had my first match. But the only problem was that she ended up leaving and not wrestling anymore. So
Oh no.
Amanda Fox, and I don't know if you've heard of Amanda. She retired, a few years ago, but me and her started, wrestling each other,
Huh.
and she was kind of like my first female match. I used to wrestle a lot of the guys because it's not many females around, but yeah,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
one match. I always loved working Amanda Fox. Very, we just brawled in the ring. We just had our fun in
Mhm.
there.
You
But
had that chemistry, huh?
yeah, we had really good chemistry. It's hard to find chemistry in the ring nowadays. But I definitely learned a lot from her, and I've grown as a wrestler from working her as well. So I'm very grateful to her. And I'm
Gotcha. Have you felt that chemistry with anybody recently? Like that type of energy?
Yeah. The only thing is that she's just as busy as I am, so we can't get in the ring as much as we would like. But
Uh
Vicious Vicky, when I met her a few years
oh,
back,
Vicious Vicky. I know
yeah,
her.
me and her had our first good match together. I think it was in Bronx, New York,
Hmm.
and we just freaking we went at it. We were just mauling each other in that ring, and we just had a blast. And then the second match we had, it was even better. We just had that chemistry, and we had our fun in the ring, and like we just messaged each other from time, like, hey, you available this date? I'm like, oh, I'm booked. They're like, oh, come on.
Right. Gotcha.
So hopefully one day I can get in the ring with her again. Luscious Latasha is another one. I love being in the ring with her. Um, Trying to think who else. Skylar Gray. She's kind of new to the indie scene, but she's definitely got fire, and she kind of reminds me when I was younger, when I
Right.
first, because I had that like,
That,
I'm gonna
that
fall
energy.
in the ring, like.
Yeah.
She just has that energy, that good energy. So that's another one that I've
I've
got.
actually heard of
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
I
Well,
have. Yeah.
KAPW. She's over there. I've had her with me in Canada a couple of times too. But yeah, there's another one that you guys should definitely check out.
Definitely, definitely. We're gonna try to get her on the show soon. All right, let's go into how did you morph from your previous gimmick when you first started to the Great Warrior Wolf?
Well, I've had a few gimmicks, but we'll let those die. Those I don't want to bring those up.
Okay, we won't bring them up then.
No, but I mean, so what happened was, obviously when you're first starting out, you're still trying to figure out who you are as a person and
Right,
you know, because that's the question you ask yourself when you start wrestling. It's like, who am I?
right.
Who truly am I? And then through the years of working on your confidence and everything else, you start finding yourself and you find
Mhm.
out new things about yourself. And that's kind of what happened. Um, with me, I started finding myself, but I was also going through a dark time in my life where I was angry all the time and I just had a lot of, just stuff from my past. So I had a gimmick where I guess I might as well bring it up at this point. But so I was called Roxy. And
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I can swear, but I was like this
You can
badass.
swear.
I was this badass chick that just wanted to freaking maul everybody that whoever stepped in my ring, and I was just ready
Uh-huh.
to get down. And just, I had half my face painted as a skull, and
Oh wow.
I just came out to this like heavy rock screamo type music. Um, so like
we
that's
got
the period
we
of
got a
my life.
comment for you. Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Deshaun remembers. He remembers. Um, but yeah, I went through a dark time in my life. Just a lot of negativity, and that was just my way of letting it out.
Mhm.
And once I felt like I released all that anger and just hatred and just stuff from my past, I started again finding myself, recreating myself, healing myself.
Right,
And once I did that, I'm like, why am I not being myself? I was like, I'm Native American. I was like, why don't I just, because I'm proud of who I am.
right.
And I want to
Absolutely.
show the people this is who I really am. Because all these years I was trying to find myself and it
Hmm.
was there the whole time. So
Right.
I became Nakoma Tala, Great Warrior Wolf. And there I am, the healed, more mature version of myself. And I'm here to, spread love, spread confidence. I want people to, feel confident in themselves no matter where they are. And I want them to see that through me.
Right.
You know, I wrestle whoever steps in my ring. So my secret circle, man or woman, you have to have that mindset that you keep will do anything you put your mind to, no matter what steps in front of you. So that's kind of
Absolutely.
the new me.
Positivity brings positive results, right?
Exactly.
All right, let's go into when I first met you, it was at VPW before the pandemic. So tell me how the pandemic affected you.
well,
Not being able to go to wrestling, not being able to
I
possibly train.
I still wrestled and there was still somewhat training. It's just like it was harder to do it because we had to like separate and everything else. I still wrestled during the pandemic at some places and we had to wear masks and it was a struggle, but I needed to keep my fans and like, I can't just leave them up and dry and
Right.
you know. So let me see. So I wrestled up in Maine and
Yeah, because
uh,
up here in New York, you couldn't do anything
oh
for a
really?
long time. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I wrestled up in Maine quite a bit during the pandemic for the most part.
Hmm.
Because up there it's more open and spread. They have outdoor type stuff too.
Right.
So but the rules up there, we had to wear a mask. We had to get our test results sent to them first.
Right.
Um, and then when we walked to the building, we had to get our temperature taken, and then we could finally go in. And
Right.
what this company did, those see-through clear like shower curtains.
Yes.
So what they did was they put a rope from wall to wall all around the ring, and they hung those up around the ring so they can still watch the match, but we can wrestle without masks.
Oh
So
wow.
air
right.
and fit and everything wouldn't be like
Right. Right. This is a first. I never heard of that during
yeah,
the
that's what they
pandemic.
I'm like, this is actually kind of smart. But I was like, that must have been a pain to friggin' set up though.
Oh, definitely.
But they did it. It worked, and they did that for the most part. And then what? Another place. It was the same rules at the other place, but they didn't do the whole curtain thing. But yeah, we did what we could to make sure we were safe. All the fans had to wear masks as well. They couldn't come in the building or anything
Right.
like that without masks. There's hand sanitizer everywhere. Um, but yeah, we all kept our distance and stuff like that. We couldn't touch the fans or anything for safety.
Wow.
We made it work. I
Uh-huh.
was see my fans and my friends and everything, which felt good because being separated from everybody and not being able to see anyone for so long, it just
Right.
drives me insane.
So how long ago was that from the start? Because everything started like around March.
Yeah. Let me try because I think throughout the whole pandemic, like I was wrestling on and off, not as much though. Obviously, like I wouldn't wrestle for a few weeks and then I would wrestle again.
Right.
Like once or twice during the month or something. Like I didn't want to go too crazy with it and chance bringing that home.
Right.
I have a child, I'm a single mother, so that was kind of tough.
Right.
Especially with her school. They were in and out of school. Like they're saying, "Oh yeah, this week we're gonna do school," and then all of a sudden, like, "No, what? We changed our mind. We're gonna do everything from home." And it was like that on and off. They didn't even have a plan. It was a mess, and like
There was no plan. It was everything was new to everybody.
yeah, they were trying to figure everything out still, and then pretty much like a bunch of kids at school got COVID, and then we had a quarantine. That was insane. It was frustrating. It really was. I felt bad because my daughter was like, "I want to go play with my friends," and I'm like, "We can't."
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
tough, man.
yeah.
Tough. My son loves staying at home. He was like, "This is great."
My pajamas. That's great.
I believe it was like a year for them that they did it.
Yeah, for her, I think it was like almost 2 years because her school actually ended up having to be torn down and rebuilt. So they had to go find a
Oh
new building
wow!
on top of that, on top of quarantining and then doing the in and out of school thing. And then
Right.
they had a whole new building to switch all the kids to because they had to have the vents and stuff for them to be able to go into school. And they didn't have that. So they had to do all that work. So over here, it's been ridiculous, crazy.
Whoa! All right. Before we jump back into wrestling, I know we've gone to the
Yeah,
pandemic topic. Probably depressed everybody here.
sorry.
That's my fault. I'm the one
I'm
who brought it
sure
up.
everyone understands, or whoever has got kids. Yeah, I'm sure
Everybody lined up.
they
Let's move forward.
we
Let's
moved up.
talk about some of your favorite hobbies that you're into.
My favorite hobbies, I love
Oh,
to do artwork. If you've seen my merch at my shows, I do beadwork, I do cups, I do literally like about everything.
I
Um,
see.
a lot
You
of
do bracelets?
my
I'm
bracelets. Oh
I'm big into bracelets.
yeah, I got some bracelets. Yep. I've been making earrings lately. Some people, y'all crack me up, made dope cups. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yep. Um,
Deshaun knows everything about you.
yeah, I've known him. He used to wrestle back in the day. He's known me
Okay,
for he's starting to get back into wrestling, and now he's
good,
probably
good.
about times he's talked about me. But but yeah, I love making cups. Actually, I have some cups right here that I've been working on. I haven't even put them out on the tables yet, but
Oh, those are nice.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, you made those. Those are great.
yeah, I hand make these. I actually do custom orders too. I actually have some wrestler cups that ordered through me that I'm working on too. Um, the King Mitch,
Wow,
no, Mitchell Taylor, sorry, but yeah, he's
those are
another
awesome.
wrestler in Indiana when I went out there. So yeah, and then I have another cup order that I've been working on as well. Is it Louis Leon? It's
Oh
his cup.
wow,
Yeah,
I need a Papa Dank cup.
yeah. Order through me. Let me know. I do custom work with the cups and then jewelry as well. I've been
That's
working
awesome.
on some
We
of
get,
that.
we got a comment for you before you keep showing us some stuff. Yes,
Yeah,
she makes amazing looking cups, and back in the day, she made beautiful dream catchers.
I was just
I
about to say.
remember those.
I used to make tons of dream catchers at the shows. I can still make them. I actually had someone. Oh, actually, that's her. um, uh,
That's her.
yeah, I got an order placed for dream catchers, and I made them. So if you guys still want dream catchers, I know I don't have them at my shows like I used to, but I still make them. If you want the dream catchers, I do custom ones as well. Um, like if you want certain colored beads, I can do that as well. But yeah, I do a little bit of everything. I like painting, drawing, doodling. I do a little bit of everything.
That's
And
awesome.
I love to go walk around. I like to, go on little adventures, in the woods and stuff like that with my child, and listening to music, just relaxing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What are some of your current playlist songs?
Oh goodness. A lot of them are native music, so I don't know if you guys would really know it, but Northern Cree, they have some good stuff. That's actually one of my songs. That group does some really good music. Um, but honestly, I like Alicia Keys. Ever since I was a kid, I loved Alicia Keys and Usher. You gotta go with Usher.
Oh, sure.
I like the '90s. I like the '90s old time stuff. A lot of the stuff now is all right, but you gotta go with the '90s and 2000s. Like that's, I'm a
Gotcha.
'90s baby, so
Gotcha.
yeah.
Forever by Drake.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know.
There's
That, that has meaning for you?
yeah, yeah,
Somewhat.
yeah,
Okay. Let's jump out of
yeah.
that. Let's talk about favorite match you've been in with your. Let's try favorite match you've been in and favorite opponent.
Oh man, Deshaun's gonna pop up in 2 seconds with a comment after that question. And he's like, "You better say me." Um, he was literally talking about that earlier, but I would say my number one favorite match. Let me think. I have a couple of them, so it's kind of hard, but one that is memorable
Mhm.
was when I was in my Alicia Muldoon gimmick.
Uh-huh.
And if you can look it up on YouTube, it was hilarious. Alicia Muldoon versus what is it called? Butterfly goodness. What was it called? Butterfly something. He named himself. He dressed up as a girl, but his actual wrestling name is the Diabolical Scotlander, and he dressed himself in a tutu. He had the black bra, and his gimmick is he came out of the asylum. He's insane, and he has this
Uh-huh.
dog that controls him. So named Annabelle.
Uh-huh.
So he dressed up in a tutu and everything else. And this is when me and Amanda Fox used to wrestle each other. But she injured herself and she had to ref the match instead. So he comes out and he's like twitching and he's like, acting all crazy.
Uh-huh.
And Sarge, he goes, hey, wait a minute. You can't be in the ring. You're not a girl. On the side of his head, because he has shaved head on both sides, but he has hair in the middle.
Uh-huh.
It's a girl on the side of his head. And he goes, it says girl. I'm a girl. I'm a girl. It's right here. And I'm like, oh my God. And he had like lipstick on, smudged everywhere. And I'm like, oh no. I was like, no. Okay. And we ended up wrestling each other. Like that was a very, very hilarious match. Like that's like a memorable. I'll never forget that match. Honestly.
Awesome. I can tell it brings
Yeah.
joy to you. That's awesome.
Yeah. And my second one I would probably say with Luscious Latasha, and then my third one would be with Vicious Vicky. That's what I
Okay.
would say.
All right. What's been your favorite gimmick match you've been involved in?
A good question. I don't think I've ever been asked that. Let me think. I would probably say with New World Wrestling Extreme, when I wrestled Luscious Latasha, I'd probably say that one. Where my first match ever with her. Because I didn't know what to expect. Obviously, I knew, she's been everywhere, Japan, stuff like that. So I
Mm-hmm.
think it'd be like my favorite one. You can look it up on YouTube. New World Wrestling Extreme, Luscious Tasha versus Nakoma Tala. It'll pop right up. If you want to watch that on YouTube.
Gotcha. All right. Next up, what kind of match would you like to be in that you have not been in?
That's a good question. There's a lot of matches I wanna be in.
Serena, you're jumping the gun, sir. Serena's asking the questions I was going to ask. Let's
Oh,
go
really?
with this one before you go into that one. Who is the number one opponent that you really want to wrestle?
Okay. Let me think.
There's a lot of good ones out there.
There is. That's why it's tough. It's um. Let me think. Um, what's her name? I just blanked out on her name. The one that won the Rumble. She.
Rhea Ripley?
Yeah, that's who I want to wrestle her because she goes hard. She's
She
insane.
does go hard.
I would love to be in the ring with her. Definitely, that would probably be someone I'd love to wrestle right there. I think we'd have a match.
Hold on a sec. Sorry, I didn't know you had written it up. I didn't write it up. It's all in here. All right, let's type a gimmick match. What gimmick match would you like to be in that you have not been in?
Trying to think.
I know there's some good ones out there. You know,
There is.
I just heard someone say dog collar match
One time I
or
almost
wolf collar match, huh?
the
Huh?
thing,
Yeah.
I almost did a match like that, but then they canceled it. Um, I'd probably say a cage match. Ripley, one of the best women
For the
wrestlers.
wrestlers,
Yeah. Um,
definitely.
but yeah, no, I'd probably say either a cage match. Cause honestly always want to do a cage match or a street fight.
Okay.
Well,
I'm surprised you haven't done a street fight at least.
I know. I'm surprised now.
Right?
I'm surprised I haven't either. Like I've only done like singles regular matches and just tag matches, and I've only done like rumbles, stuff like that, but I've never done anything crazy like out there. I probably should. Well, we'll see. One day in the future, we'll see if that
Let's see.
happens. Really.
What about you in a street fight against Masha Slamovich?
Yeah, yeah. I've she's another tough one. That one.
Yeah.
I've seen some
Have
of
you
her.
wrestled her?
No, I've
Oh,
watched.
really?
Yeah, no, that's another girl that's actually on my list of people to wrestle. Um, but yeah, no, I could definitely see hopefully in the future me and her getting in the ring because she's another tough chick that's in there. Definitely.
She really is.
Oh God, yeah.
She's done a lot of things.
Yeah, I'll do a lot of places too.
That's right. Yeah. She was in Japan right before the pandemic and she just stayed there.
Yeah, yeah. Jesus. Yeah, I would have been like, are you? I would. I mean, it'd be kind of cool to get quarantined out there in a way, but at the same time, it's like I just want to go home.
Right. Well, you have your child and
Exactly. I would have
stuff,
been like,
yeah.
let's stay out here.
Tough times, tough times.
Yeah.
Favorite venue that you've wrestled out of?
I would say Fenway Park.
Ooh,
That
that's good.
that was a cool experience when I wrestled for Bell Time Club. That
Fenway Park, that's a memorable experience.
Yeah, it was sick. There was so many people. Didn't you wrestle Masha at VPW before? No, I didn't. I wrestled what's her name? She's an older woman, skinny, blonde hair usually. God, it's been years since I can't even think of her name.
It
Man,
was years. I don't even remember either.
sorry, what?
I don't remember either.
Yeah, it was so long ago.
It
But
was a while ago.
But yeah, no. But wrestling at Fenway Park, there was so many people, and then just being at Fenway Park in general.
Yeah.
I think I've only been at Fenway once as a kid, and that wasn't to see a game. It was like one of those like field trips where you get to walk on the field
Right.
type. So to actually experience it as an adult and actually get to walk around and like see everything, it was really cool. We were in the VIP section hanging out. You could see over everything, and then being able to wrestle and just hear how loud it is. It was insane. It was such a great experience.
I bet it was. That's awesome. I haven't heard somebody say, some people say, well, this hall or this hall or this hall, but I never heard someone say like a stadium
Yeah, no.
so far.
Yeah, I think I did it 2 or 3 times with them. but they haven't ran over there in a while because of the whole COVID thing, and I don't know what else is going on. I'm hoping they run again because that was a lot of fun. I would definitely do that show again.
Awesome. All right. These are some of my favorite stories coming up. What has the what has been the best rib you have been involved with, or one and that was played against you? And maybe Deshaun might know some. I
I
don't
was
know.
Sean's actually one that did that to me. So I had a really bad migraine this one day, and
Uh-huh.
needed to close my eyes just to fall asleep. I knocked out. I fell asleep. This was at a gym.
Mhm.
So it was like extra room in the back, and they had these like big thick mats. So I just plopped myself on there. I just fell asleep. So I'm sleeping. I'm like dead to the world. And apparently Sean and Alex, they go picture being goofy with me sleeping, doing like a selfie type deal, and they woke me up and scared me. They jumped on the mat and made me like jump up and scared the bejesus out of me. And I'm thinking I'm next or something. Yeah, see, he's laughing.
Deshaun's laughing.
Yeah. So I jumped up thinking like, oh my God, the show well, it was starting, but I was next or something, like I was late or something. So I got scared and I jumped up, and they showed me the picture, they sent it, or it was on my phone, they took it with or something. I can't exactly, but Jesus, I remember that happening once. Another time someone took my moccasins.
Oh no.
Well, the girls don't always get like locker rooms and stuff like that. We have to change in a closet or a bathroom or something like that, or like we change.
Right.
So I go get changed in a different area, and my moccasins were in my suitcase still. And I come back, my moccasins are gone. So I'm getting mad because those are moccasins, those are legitimate moccasins, and I'm like, no regalia, no one touches my my gear. So I'm where I can't find it for the life of me. And I'm like, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna have to wrestle barefoot. And then right before it was my match, they're just randomly sitting on the table. I'm like, I'm gonna kill whoever did this. I didn't to this day I don't know who did it. I look having a heart attack.
We got a comment. Who the hell takes someone's
That's what I'm
moccasins?
saying. Who takes moccasins? And like I'm not 8.5 and woman, so like it's not like any of the dudes could even wear those. Like, come on. But yeah. So
So to this day, you don't know who it was, huh?
I still don't know who it was, but I'm just glad I have them back. But literally, I'm sitting at the entrance where the curtain is. I'm trying to slip them on real quick because my music started to play. So I'm slipping them on. I'm like, I finally got them on right in time. I just ran out and just got into the ring and did my thing. But, oh man, and a rip
Nice.
I was a part of. Let me think. Let me try and think of a good one. Because there's been a few of them. Some may not be appropriate, but it wasn't me who planned it. It was someone else.
Right, someone else planned it.
Yeah. Try to think of something. Oh, okay. So we knew this kid. He was a brand new kid. He's a student, and at Showcase there's a basement. And when you shut the lights off, it is legit pitch black. You can't see your hand in front of you. There's like no windows, no nothing. It's just black.
Darkness.
So this kid, I guess, one of us told him to go downstairs to go grab an item that doesn't actually exist. You know, how people do it when they go to set up the ring. Like, oh, and we need this part. And the kid's like, oh, okay. He goes downstairs, right? And before we had him go downstairs, we told a story of how it's haunted in this old building and blah.
Oh no.
So the kid's like, you want us to go down? Want me to go downstairs? We're like, yeah. It looks like a metal beam and blah blah blah. Making up in a description of a part that doesn't exist for the ring. We sent these wooden creaky stairs at Showcase, and he goes downstairs. They shut all the lights off on him. The kid screams and tries running up the stairs, and they're holding the door shut, and like banging on the door, banging on. He's like, let me out! And Scott, who Scott does that like creepy gimmick, so he's all doing like voices and stuff like that, trying to see or they move the door open, and the kid ran out. He's like, I hate you all. But he was fine after that, but that was kind of funny. But yeah, I'm usually not one to rib people. Like I'll joke around with people, but I'm not one to rib because I know what it's like to have like that mini heart attack before a match and you're like you can't think straight. But I've seen a lot of stuff happen though. One time we went out to go eat
uh,
on the street and this new kid, he was kind of being a little, smart mouth or whatever to the vets and everything because
uh,
of course the
bad
vets.
mistake.
So this kid, you never leave food unattended for one.
Never.
And he goes, "Oh, I'm gonna go use the bathroom." And mind you,
uh,
where it's that's like a U, so you gotta have everyone slide out and everything.
uh,
So that's they don't move. They said, "Oh, that sucks." They don't move. He said, "Can you move?" He's like, "They're like, no." So he went under the table and crawled on his hands and knees to go to the bathroom.
uh,
I'm sitting there on my phone. I look up. One of them takes the bun off his burger and pours salt, like pours it. They took the cap off, pours salt all on his burger, put the thing back on, and covered it in ketchup. And
uh,
back, he takes a bite out of it, and he's sitting there, and he's like, he takes another bite. Like, I'm like, how is the kid not throwing up?
all right.
Then next to know, he's like, there's something wrong with the burger. I'm like, I was like, oh my.
Now you figured it out.
It took him 2 bites to realize, oh, hey, there's salt in this burger. There's not supposed to be salt in the burger. But yeah, he ended up spitting out and throwing up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't leave food unattended. You don't treat vets with disrespect either. That's for sure.
Yo, absolutely never do that.
I think put it in his lemonade too, if I remember right. Also, they put salt in his lemonade.
Ooh, ouch.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yep.
Nobody told him to disrespect the vets.
No, I never do that. Never be a smart mouth.
What are some of your favorite foods?
Nachos.
Nachos?
Everyone who knows it's loaded nachos. I guess in Canada even that the crowd was actually chanting, "I want nachos," and like
Oh, really?
at CCW is a company you should check on YouTube. Me and Chantel were going for the women's championship belt for their company, and
Right.
she ended up winning, which we're friends. So I mean that was a great honor to wrestle her and have her be the first women's champ for her company. Like I am for New World Wrestling Extreme. So I was kind of see Deshaun put nachos.
Yeah, nachos, yeah.
But yeah, so I wrestled her and she said, you know what? I know you already came with something here to Canada, got your belt, but she's like, I got nachos for you in the back as a thank you. And I thought that was awesome. So yeah, so if anybody, wants to get on my good side, it's loaded nachos. Just
Serena said she saw you eat nachos. It must have been at VPW.
I literally eat nachos everywhere I go. Like everywhere, every new state, I always try to make sure I try to get a little bit of nachos and try it out, just so I could say I had nachos in this state, in this state.
Nachos. Which are the best nachos you've had in what state?
That's tough.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, because
we're asking you some tough questions tonight.
There is some tough questions when it comes to my nachos. I'm very picky when it comes to my nachos.
Deshaun, you want to help?
Canada had the really nice cheese on theirs, but for a whole nacho thing.
We got a two-sided question now.
Oh,
what state had the worst nachos?
I don't know if I want to say that because I'm not trying to catch heat with nobody. But let's start with the best nachos. All right, we'll start with the best nachos. So there's a here in Rhode Island that's anymore, sadly. But this place, is a little pricey because it's kind of a high-end type place. But this place had nachos. They had buffalo chicken, pulled pork. They had regular chicken. They had onion rings, 4 cheeses, the usual meat and jalapenos and all that kind of stuff in it. And this thing was a mound. It was a mound of nachos, and that was like the best nachos ever. Nice. And I hot chocolate martini with it, and it was so good. I'm not much of a drinker, but it had this big old marshmallow on it. It had the cracker crumbs on the edge, and it had marshmallows in the drink too. It was so good.
That capped the night, huh?
Yeah, it definitely did. It definitely did. But I would say that's the best nachos that I had. It was in Providence, Rhode Island, and then
worst nachos.
Worst nachos. I'm afraid, Yeah, seriously, what the yeah, we
She
nachos.
wants nachos now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should try and make the mix that I just said with the buffalo chicken, the pulled pork, the barbecue chicken too. Mix that in there. Oh, so good. But anyway, before I start rambling on about nachos, I can go about nachos. The worst ones I don't know if I want to say.
Oh.
I had some really like nasty because some places have like that really salty cheese and it's like not even like real cheese and it's like it tastes like
Yeah.
plastic. But but yeah, I don't know if I would say.
All right, we're gonna stay away from the worst state.
Yeah, I'm not trying to catch nobody because I'm grateful to be given nachos regardless. So
What about? We got another comment. Hold on. Come to Louisiana. We will give you some crawfish nachos.
I've never had crawfish actually, so that actually sounds pretty interesting.
Interesting.
But
Never
yeah,
heard of that either.
follow me on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. You can always message me your companies that are in your states, and I can definitely check them out and see if I can make it out there because that'd be awesome. I always love going to new places and meet everything. So definitely message me or send me posters, stuff like that, or tell your companies in your area about me. I mean, spreading my name out there definitely helps as well.
Absolutely. You could do your own YouTube show on nachos per state or per county or per city, whatever.
I probably could. I don't know how many people would actually watch it, but I mean, I could
There you go. You'd be surprised. People watch a lot of stuff.
definitely.
If people watch people play video games.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, just be seeing a video of me just eating my food. Like, hey, what's up, guys?
It's hey, like
Got
this
a great.
nacho is really good and it's got the flavor and this and that.
So today we have the flavor of
I
barbecue.
think Thunder Rosa does it with her nachos, or used to do it with nachos.
Oh, really?
She would hit up I'm sorry, taco places and try tacos, different tacos. And then she'd bring guests with her to try different tacos.
That's awesome. I need to do that. I need more traveling friends. I
There
usually
you
try.
go. Would love to see her and some of the awesome people y'all booked down here.
I'd watch it.
Meaning if you go to Louisiana. Serena would watch it. Definitely. I would watch it too. I'd love nachos.
Well, I'm gonna be in Illinois, and that's one of the new states I'm gonna be wrestling in. Let me see, in a few months. It's gonna be later in the year. Let me see. I know May 13th I'll be wrestling at New Wrestling Evolution in Illinois.
Okay.
Let me see. Yeah, I started wrestling for a company, WFA, Wrestling Federation of America, in Asheville, New Hampshire, and they also wrestle in. We now have shows in Lawrence, Massachusetts, as well. They're actually having a show this weekend on the 4th, in Nashville, New Hampshire. So if you guys are in the area and wanting to travel, definitely check it out. It's a great company, great show, lots of great talent as well. So definitely check it out. Get your tickets now, while they last.
Good. Any New York dates you got in there? Sounds like you got a full plate ahead of you.
Yeah, I don't have any New York dates for this year. I haven't been in New York in a little while, actually. I'd like to go back to New York. It's been a while. I'd have to try and hit up some place to see what dates I'm available because I know literally this whole year I have a lot of dates that are booked up already. So
That's great.
yeah, this year I feel like it's gonna be my year. A lot of traveling, so I'm excited.
Good. So what are some of your goals for 2023?
I have a few goals. Actually, one of them, me and my mother actually worked together on this one. We got a house. We're able to get a house. So that was one goal that we succeeded at. So right now, we're just working on the house, repainting, revamping it, stuff like that. So I've been doing that. Another one of my goals is to try to get into, I'm in shape for the most part. I want to get into better shape though. I want to better myself physically and mentally. On top of that, I want to challenge myself some more this year, especially in the ring. I want to try and go against wrestle against like people that have more experience than I am, than I have. I'm sorry, and I want to push myself in the ring, at the ring as well. So That's mainly my goal. I want to challenge myself more.
Awesome. Before we head out and we plug away your other stuff, tell me about a match for this year that you're actually going to have with someone that you're looking forward to.
Let me think.
Because you
Because
got a lot of dates in that book.
yeah, I'm trying to think. Some of the dates I'm not exactly sure who I'm wrestling yet, but they
uh,
to go there. So a lot of them are either students that they
mhm,
help bring in
right.
um, and have some matches with them. But so far, I've been really excited about the WFA company because they have a lot of good workers there.
Okay.
I wrestled against a girl named Valentine recently, and that was a very rough match. I ended up getting a little bit of a black eye and everything. Like we went
Oh,
hard in
wow.
it was a serious match.
Right.
Because, she wrestled against Skylar and she cheated to win. So of course that's not gonna make me happy, especially, me knowing Skylar and everything. That's not fair. And there's no honor in losing. So what I was upset about was that. So I came out during the show and I was like, hey, you know what? There's no honor in cheating. If you want to have a real match, I want you to get in the ring with me and this and that. And then they ended up
Right.
approving. And then she came running out. We just went right at her. Bell didn't even ring yet. We just went right for it. And that video should be out on YouTube. I think maybe in a week or something. They were saying. So I'm hoping they'll be able to post that soon. But that was a really, really interesting match. That one. I can't wait to wrestle this weekend. I'm not sure who I'm wrestling this weekend. I'm hoping I can get in the ring with her again.
Yep.
But
Awesome. Seems like you got a lot of stuff going on.
yeah.
Plug up some of your socials so people can follow you.
So my Facebook is Nakoma Tala, Great Warrior Wolf. Same thing with Twitter and Instagram. Is Nakoma Tala, Great Warrior Wolf. It's the same way it's spelled here on the screen here. I have TikTok as well, so definitely follow me on TikTok. That again is also Nakoma Tala. I do have an Etsy, but there's nothing posted on there yet, so I don't know if I want to promote that yet, but I do post about it on my social medias from time to time when I create something. But you can always message me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook if you want to order custom work, or if you see something at a show you weren't able to purchase, you want to see if it's still available.
Mhm.
I'm happy to mail them out. Just let me know.
Awesome. Those nice, beautiful cups, actually, that you have. They look good. They look good.
Thank
All
you.
right. Before we sign out, I want to say that I will be at Notorious VPW's next event, February 11th, featuring Notorious Mimi. I don't know if you had a chance to wrestle her,
I
Nakoma
have
Tala.
times actually up in Maine. I've been in the ring with her a few times.
Okay. She's challenging Valentina Vasquez for her
Oh,
VPW championship. You know Valentina too?
I've heard of her. I haven't been in the ring with her though, but I've
Okay.
heard a lot about her. She's really good.
Okay. Victory Pro Wrestling also has sponsorship packages, such as sponsoring a wrestler for an event. Make sure you go to victoryprowrestling.com and get all your info for that, as well as when I am there. Hold on, I'm trying to pull up the graphic. We will be filming actually, the season premiere of Vlog Interaction, where we find out what's going on with the 23-6 championship, the most coveted title in all of YouTube. Nakoma Tala. I almost fumbled my words. But look at that championship. Isn't that beautiful?
That is nice.
It was
Almost.
handcrafted in Australia.
Oh, really?
Yes, it is actually. It took a while to get here, but we got it.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, almost looks like my belt.
Oh, look at that. That
Yeah.
is nice. I like that.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's an awesome belt. How many championships you currently hold?
I'm holding one right now. I'm actually the first ever women's champion for New World Wrestling Extreme. Actually, a two-time women's champ for that company in the 20 years that they've been running. So the belt's
Awesome.
really cool. It's got tribal designs on it as well. Two, I don't know if you can really see it, but
I'm trying.
that,
Yeah, I see it. It's
so yeah,
nice. I
it's
love
a
it.
really nice belt. I've had it for over 2 years now. So I've had it for a while. I'm holding strong. I'm Definitely been defending this belt for quite some time.
I love belts. They're my favorites, man. I love collecting belts too. Oh, Deshaun's got a comment for you.
If
If you
you
ain't
ain't,
cheating, you ain't trying. Hell yeah, heel stuff.
yeah, he's a heel. He's. Oh, me and him had one match together, and he still holds it over me because he cheated to win. He's like, "Well, I still got that one win on you."
I got the W.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Once he
will.
ring, we'll see what happens.
I will also be at the Big Horror event, New York, featuring such people, such stars as Christina Ricci, the original Andy from Child's Play, C.J. Perry, aka Lana, the acclaimed, and now recently announced Charlotte Flair.
Oh wow!
That's going to be a big event. No pun intended. Also, I will be in Philly for Icons of Wrestling Spring Fling. I'm so excited to be there. I will be there with wrestler Robbie Rebel.
Oh, I've met him once.
Robbie's awesome. Let me tell you,
Yeah, I met
he
him
is
in Jersey.
awesome.
Really
Did
good.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been around. He stepped out of the spotlight, but he's coming back, and he's coming for gold. He told me.
Oh boy.
In fact, we're supposed to work out this Sunday, so he's gonna get me into shape. I mean, I work out, but he's gonna teach me some new things. He said.
Well, that's good. That's really good.
Also, make sure we are supporting independent wrestling as such. The Ballad of Gia and Frankie is out. It is a wrestling documentary with wrestler Gia Savitz on Venmo on demand. You can rent it or buy it. Please support independent wrestling. The heartbeat of wrestling is independent wrestling. In my opinion. I don't know about your opinion, but my opinion.
He's like, I don't care about your opinion.
I do care. Oh, Serena made a prediction. New 23-6 champion, Nakoma Tala. Wow. I don't know. Deshaun might come to cheat to win. You never know.
Oh, you better not.
Nakoma Tala, thank you for coming on the show. It was a pleasure talking to you again. Had a lot of fun talking to you.
Yes,
Hopefully you'll be in New York so I can see you.
Yeah, hopefully I can make it back in New York this year. We'll see. I'll definitely let you know.
Awesome. Yeah, let us know. Anything you are involved in, please let us know so we can share
All right, awesome.
all that good stuff. All right?
All right.
Wait, I think you might have some more comments here before we go. Serena's just commenting. Sorry, Deshaun. What did Deshaun say? He said 1-0. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That doesn't count. You cheated.
You cheated. All right, everybody. Have a good night. Thank you for being so lively in the chat, especially to Deshaun. I hope someday I get to meet him. He sounds like a real fun guy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Everybody have a great night.